Israel's airstrikes are targeting the Palestinian population across the Gaza Strip for a third consecutive day since it broke January's ceasefire. At least 71 Palestinians have been killed since dawn on Thursday. Many of them are women and children. Relatives have gone to local hospitals to identify the dead and confront the reality of Israel's bombardment. The Israeli military says it has retaken control of the Netzarim corridor, splitting the north and the south of the Strip once again. It had withdrawn from the area during the first phase of the ceasefire deal. Also, the United Nations has called for an investigation into an Israeli attack on its guest houses in Deir al-Balah, in the center of the Strip. At least one UN employee was killed on Wednesday. 5 others were also injured.
The Secretary General strongly condemns all attacks on UN personnel and calls for a full investigation. He underscores that all conflicts must be conducted in a way that ensures civilians are respected and protected. The Secretary General sends his deepest condolences to the family of the staff member killed. Today's deadly strike brings the number of UN colleagues killed in Gaza since the 7th of October 2023 to at least 280.
And bring in our guest. Amjad Shawa is director of the Palestinian NGOs network, and you're joining us, sir, from inside the Gaza Strip. I want to talk about the humanitarian situation. For more than 2 weeks now, the Gaza Strip has been under a total Israeli blockade. That means no food, no water, no medication, no anything going in. Where do Palestinians in Gaza currently get the next meal from?
Thank you. It's now about 20 days of the Israel closure of the borders and this denial of the entry of all supplies to the Gaza Strip. And yesterday, the Israeli tanks separate between the Gaza city with the north from the west, from the south area of Gaza Strip. So already we are surrounded, and the big problem now, the fuel, which is now in the south area, and it's cannot get in to the north and Gaza city, which will have serious implications on the lives of the patients and also the injured people who are in bad need for medication. And at the same time, the water planet and the water bombs to provide people with clean water for drink or for daily use. Yes, 20 days of total blockade on Gaza Strip, and now we are witnessing deficit in all food items, which we can provide to the people through our humanitarian supplies that we used to provide during the last weeks, that we did our best in order to maintain our capacities to go forward, the people who returned from displacement. But yesterday also we witnessed 70,000 people who were displaced, so are in bad need. We have a deficit in food, in water, and cooking gas. So we have limited amounts of supplies to provide to the people. And at the same time that we have zero tents to provide for the people who were displaced newly. Third, the issue of water, there is a decrease of the amount of water supplies to the people that I think we are in a few days that we will witness such more catastrophe.
Amjad, where's the water coming from right now, Amjad?
The water coming from small water wells, which was rehabilitated along the few days that we did our best in Gaza City. There is a few number in the north, and we have this small private sector desalination plant that is working. So we have very limited capacity to produce water that we can share with the people and distribute to the people and track it from area to area. But we have really very limited capacity to produce small quantities of this water, since the main desalination plant in Gaza City and the north was destroyed, and another one which was in the middle area was provided with electricity, and now it's cut by Israel. So we have, and also the suffering in the south, it's the same. So we are warning of the shortage of food, water, and when such a starvation we will witness kind of famine cases soon, mainly malnutrition amongst the children. And whilst the hospital is overwhelmed by injured people, I don't know how to deal with these cases who will suffer from these diseases and medical problems.
Amjad Shawa, director of the Palestinian NGO Network. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.